a bullish outlook on the cannabis industry. Hopefully, some reprieve coming soon. I've got an interesting story for you guys today. We talked a little bit about it. Todd brought it up. Just a lot of interesting legal shenanigans, and I don't know what the future has in store. But without further ado, all right. Sorry about that. Trucker failed drug test after taking CBD supplement. Supreme Court to decide if he can sue. This is coming to you from USA Today. After an accident left truck driver Douglas Horn with chronic pain, he wondered if a supplement advertised as new CBD-rich medicine would help. The company promised a hemp-based product, Dixie X, did not contain THC, the active ingredient in marijuana. But after Horn failed a drug test and lost his job, he sued, using in part a federal law created to fight organized crime. On Monday, the Supreme Court said it would decide if Horn can continue his suit. The justices agreed to hear an appeal from Medical Marijuana Inc., asking for a review of a lower court ruling that Horn could sue under the Racketeer Influence and Corruption Organizations Act, which is also, Rico, your name. But those of you that don't know what a RICO charge is and RICO Act, just do some research. You'll see what it is. Prosecutors can use RICO to go after mobsters and others, but civil suits are also allowed, even if no one has been charged with a crime. If successful, the litigant can get 3 times the amount of actual damages and attorney's fees. The law allows suit by anyone injured in his business or property as a result of racketeering activity. Horn alleges that Medical Marijuana Inc. committed mail and wire fraud, causing him to lose his job. After seeing advertisements for Dixie X, Horn said he watched a video in which a company official said its products didn't contain THC. The same claim was made on the website and by a customer service representative, Horn said. But a few weeks after he started taking Dixie X in 2012, Horn tested positive for THC. Shocked, excuse me. Oh, shit. Excuse me one sec, guys. I just lost the story. So.
Oh, how do you do this, Simon?
I don't know.
Hey, Jason, is it or Simon? Is right underneath? It's right underneath the mushroom on your left.
Yeah.
It's underneath the mushroom stalk on your left. You see it? Push that button. There you
go. Sorry about that, guys. Shocked, Horn said he sent Dixie X to a lab, which confirmed it contained THC. In 2015, Horn sued for lost earnings using both RICO and New York state laws. A district judge said RICO excludes personal injury claims. When Horn appealed, the New York-based Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals sided with him. The court said the plain meaning of the word business allows Horn to sue. Because the term business encompasses employment, Horn has suffered an injury in his business and contemplated by the RICO statute. Circuit Judge Gerald Lynch wrote for the 3-judge panel. Horn's termination cost him current and future wages and his insurance and pension benefits, all of which were tied to his employment. That's the story. My apologies about that, Fubar, but this is really interesting. Huge implications here. First and foremost, that cannabis companies, well, let me back that up. CBD companies, hemp companies that are selling products that have over the allowable limit of THC in them could be considered RICO, or it could be considered criminal organizations that would be actually penalized under the RICO statute. So that's interesting fact number one. Interesting fact number two is that this is not a victimless crime for someone to lose their job. And we're seeing this, that it's allowed for the plaintiffs to come after companies under these civil statutes under RICO to get compensation for lost wages and other things as well that are going to be tied to that. So I think this is a fascinating story. I think that I've never even heard of this happening. You know, a civil suit being brought under RICO statutes. So I'd love to hear if there's any legal experts in our chat or anybody that has a little color to shed here. Please, you know, join in, tap in with us, and let us know. But guys, what do you think about this crazy story?
I mean, I'm not surprised.
What kind of CBD was it?
It was CBD with obviously too much THC.
What was this a Dixie Elixirs product?
It's Dixie X is the name of the product. It's not Dixie Elixir. So
it was
but it's the same people.
Marijuana, yeah, Medical Marijuana Inc. is the name of the organization, and their product's called Dixie X.
That's the guys that had the little penny stock that they were trying to get rich with.
That is correct.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, they're obviously about to shell out a lot of cash to this guy if they lose this case. So I mean, but isn't it funny that RICO has some jurisdiction here to be brought under?
Of course it does. Of course it does, bro. It's a Schedule I drug. Of course RICO has jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
I mean, but also cannabis is also legal in the state of New York.
Doesn't matter, bro. Doesn't matter, bro. Federal RICO case. Don't matter. Don't matter. So federal trumps.
It's quite old.
Yeah, and all cannabis legislation is state specific. So.
Yep. Exactly.
I think it's interesting that the Supreme Court is going to hear this case. Right? I mean,
I can imagine they would.
You know, judge a state-related situation.
Mm-hmm.
Who is counting the dollars that are being wasted, our tax dollars that are being wasted on these court cases?
Nobody.
You know, right? In the meantime, I mean, these are our tax dollars that are going to argue these cases, right? If it's going to the Supreme Court, like if it's going to all these federal courts and everything, like they need to tally that shit up and just be like, yo, like, we're operating at a loss, and it'll be cheaper to actually iron out legislation. At this point, it's just going to be cheaper because you're going to see more and more of these court cases just gumming up the system. And if they care about other things.
So here's what comes up for me. I don't understand why this guy sued under RICO
for cannabis consumers across.
Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand why this guy sued under RICO when he could have sued under the manufacturer's product liability insurance claim. Insurance companies have deep pockets, and if it was indicated that it was devoid of THC and it had detectable levels of THC beyond the tolerances of, say, the Farm Bill, I don't understand why you didn't just insure under sort of a simple product liability. I think it might be that RICO is easier to ensnare more people, but you still have to show that there was a conspiracy.
Insurance companies don't pay shit, Yarrow. They'll find a way to get out of that paying that. I mean,
insurance companies are the deep pockets in every case.
American servicemen, like for stuff that happens to them in uniform. Like there's no insurance company that's going to say, oh yeah, you know, we'll cover something so ridiculous that.
All right, let me spit a little bit of insurance game. I
hope we clip that video of Yarrow just a second ago in his car going.
Listen, let me spit a little insurance game. I love disagreeing with you, Samani, and allow me to do it again, Samani, because here's the deal. Insurance companies are always the deep pockets in a case. We just mentioned that this was probably some little piece of poo penny stock, which means that they don't have the deep pockets. Nope, insurance companies, yes, they have the ability to pay for unlimited legal. Yes, their job is to limit the amount they pay on cases, but they don't want to get hit with their own treble damages for a bad faith case where they're not covering their client. So I just couldn't disagree with you more. And my question is, you know, out loud is, why would they not just go after the insurance company? Why would they do the RICO? RICO does potentially give them treble damages again, but if they can't collect from the company, they haven't attached their lawsuit to deep pockets, and that, I don't understand the strategy of that.
So Yarrow,
yeah, the problem is,
I mean, couldn't they go after that after the RICO?
I mean,
insurance companies would rather pay their lawyers than pay a settlement. That's the problem with insurance companies, right? They tie it up in court for months and months and years. Nothing ever gets done.
They play the
getting
risk.
the feds involved is
their entire industry is built. Yeah, their entire industry is built off of risk and leverage, and they know that your broke ass cannot outlast them.
That's right.
So they will smash you if you try.
Their business model is don't pay.
Do some kind of class.
Right.
Yeah, unless it's a class action lawsuit, then good luck.
Right.
Look, I don't think that what you guys are saying is incorrect. I can only tell you from personal experience that I beat the dog shit out of my dad's homeowner's insurance, and for every dollar I paid out in legal, I recovered $4 to $5 in settlement. And was it stressful? Did it give me a little bit of gray hair? Yeah, but it was absolutely worth it and effective.
And then they drop you, and you have no insurance anymore, right?
Here's the thing, dude. If you're a product liability,
y'all put somebody.
Hold on, I want to hear what Simon
poor
said.
Dad in their home insurance.
If your product liability insurance insures your hemp product, it's saying that you're not putting out product that's illegal. Okay, and so once they find out that your shit has THC in it, your insurance policy is null. They're dropping you faster than third period Spanish, and then you have to fight still without insurance. So it's like there couldn't be an instance where that would even work, because there's no way to bleed a turnip, right? There's no money from that company.
You know what?
There's no insurance money for that person to go after, and there's no incentive for the lawyers to go after that case because there's no insurance money. So now you have an ambulance chaser fighting your case at best.
And we're going to go to a commercial. We're going to be right back, but I think I'm with Saman on